To order, and we would just have one item to discuss, and that is the American Rescue Act money. We did put on your packet, we do have, I didn't send you another packet because I've given it to you a couple times, but if you want to go back and look at everything, Phyllis did put that on your OneDrive, and it's right there where you look at, I believe it was City Council meetings. I believe it's on that same category, but I'm just going to kind of verbally go over with you kind of what's going on. And the reason we're meeting is if you want to spend any of this money on streets, we've got to get the process going this summer. If you want it done this summer, if you don't, then we can wait till next year. First off, our balance in that account is $1,134,065.39. We are supposed to get another 1.1 million either the end of this month or the first of next month. So we will be getting another 1.1 million. This the lady that I did give you the email from, that is the grants attorney with the municipal league, and we can spend this on any of our expenditures that we want to spend it on. There are a couple of things that we can't, such as retirement or pension plans or things like that. But as far as anything on the daily operations of the city, we can spend the money. Now I'm gonna go back through with my wish list, kind of tell you. First off was the street department asking to do phase 2 of the streets. It's 17.66 miles, and the estimated cost is $993,223.47. The streets entailed in that, and I'm gonna read them very quickly, and because you can go back and look at them, but it's Division, Collie, West Young, North Main, Berger, Leopard, River Creek, Long Street, Center School, Clarity, McNeil Park, Ball Park, Rayburn, Mount Willow, Section Line, North Banks, West Sullenberger, First, Locust, Olive, Vine, Pecan, Oak, Carmichael, Kirkland, East Ernest, Southgate Drive, Valley View, Glenmere, Briarwood, Oakwood Drive, Oakwood Circle, McBee Circle, Dogwood Drive, Delano, Legion, Dogwood Trail, and McCoy. So that's what the 17.66 acres would entail. The next request was, and basically it was drainage issues, pretty good big ones that we've got. The whole total of that one is 1.7 million, but we've got Reed to Shady Lane, 175,000. Moline, which would be from Loudon to Division, about 200,000. Moline Veterans Memorial down to Brownwood, which would be 325,000. Pine Bluff to Sullenberger, Lincoln to Cherry was included in that, about 660,000. And the city park, which is the low water bridges, I think one of them has collapsed or it's not really draining properly any longer, and it's 340,000. Now, I will tell you, I have applied for, or Jacob's actually working on the grant. We are applying for a grant for the low water bridges in the city park. It's possible if we get it, we'd have to have just a little portion of the cost of that full project. So we would put that on hold to see if we might get this grant. So they had that on there. The next thing that we had is David Costin says here, his request is for $2 million, and it's to repair as preliminary estimate and SSES on basins 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7 would be around 800,000. Of course, we could delete some of the basins to lower the cost if need to, but I do not have a breakdown per basin. It says that in 2018, the basins 2, 5, 5A, and 5B were 563,000. David, would you explain to us what a basin is? Because I'm not sure.
It's a drainage area for the sewer system. Different areas collect and then go to a main trunk line, and those basins are certain areas of town.
Okay, so they're throughout the city.
Yes.
Now, are they underground so we can't see them?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, all right. There's probably like a manhole that goes into them or something.
Well, it's just all the lines, all the sewer lines in the city is what it's a survey of. Okay. Where we need repairs still.
Okay. All right. So, but a preliminary cost for 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7 would be around 800,000. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. That's the next one. The next thing we have was the request from the airport to build some new hangars. At the current time that this was given to us, the maximum grant for an ADA grant was 250,000. They've now increased that to 400,000. So with the ADA grant and with the FFA kicking in and the Arkansas Aeronautics, all the groups that are involved in that, it says that our cost would be 164,000, but actually it wouldn't cost quite that much because now the max is 400,000, so it would be probably around 150,000. Okay, here's Wayne. Hello. Oh, can you not get in? Well, I thought you was there. Okay, well, let me have Robin call you. All right, bye. Robin, are you there? Could you call Wayne? He had trouble. He got out or thought he was in, and he's not working. Could you dial into him? Thank you. Okay, so probably the cost would be less than 150,000 to build new hangars. And the reason that the gentleman from our airport manager came was because his agreement is he will run our airport for the use of the building so that he can have be a mechanic there and use our facilities, but it's all his tools. For us to keep the Forestry Commission at our airport, we are required to have gas and have a mechanic on the staff all the time. We did get the FFA grant and the Arkansas Aeronautics, or it looks like we're going to. I've been signing all the paperwork and getting ready, but we are going to be extending the runway another 400 feet. That will allow the airport, the forestry tanker airplane to land at our airport, which right now it cannot. But it really helps our area because if there ever were any big fires or anything, we're going to have all the airplanes and sightings here. So it's really a good thing to have in your county. But anyway, but to support him, he's got to have people other than just the Forestry Commission use his service, or he just doesn't make enough money to not go to another location. So that's why he's wanting more hangars, because every airport our size around the state are out of hangar space. So if they have hangars here, that means they're going to park their planes here. So that's why he wanted that. The next thing we have is the AWIN program. And what that is the county is, and they're definitely going to do their part, but it's kind of expensive. But what it does, it puts everybody, all the law enforcement and all the police departments on the same radio system completely. Our part of it would be $234,833.86. The problem I have with it right now is we just got through buying our police department all new radios, and these radios are about $4,000 a piece. And what's concerning is we would kind of be dependent on them. If we have a radio goes out, that means we're going to have to pay the cost that goes along with the AWIN program. And if we don't go with the AWIN program, we can still work as we are now. We just won't be in the same network. Brewster, are you there? Chris Brewster?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you explain that a little bit better than I did?
Okay, so the AWIN system, obviously the county needed that upgrade. In the meeting, I told them that we had just spent a lot of money purchasing complete new radios for the police department and the fire department. We've upgraded our system twice now because other people keep changing their mind. For the county, the communications was a pressing issue. I don't know necessarily inside the city right now if it's, if we had to prioritize where our problems are in public safety. I don't think police officers and firefighters being able to talk to the 911 center is a problem.
Okay.
Well,
and let me
obviously there's
rephrase.
time to time it pops up, but it's not a reoccurring thing.
Okay, let me rephrase that. That 234,000 was just for the fire department to join in, and for the police department was 228,625. So it'd be a total of a little under 500,000. But we don't have to be a part of it to still be able to communicate. Is that correct, Chris?
Correct. We'll still be able to talk to 911, and there are some other workarounds that Robin and some of the radio people are familiar with, where we could even still communicate with the AWIN system. It wouldn't be the absolute best, but it could still be done. But we can still talk to 911, no problem.
Okay. So these are the things that when I ask everyone to, tell me what they would like to use the money for, that's what came out of it. Now, like I say, we have the 1.1 and we'll be getting another 1.1. So we, and I will tell you also too, today when in the police committee, part of them are here. Lynn was not able to attend, but we did find out with some things that have gone up and some time restraints on changing the front of the building now that it's going to come to the side, and just a few other things that the cost is going to be about 200,000 more than what we budgeted for. So it could be that we may want to use this money for that 200,000, and it could be at the end of the day we may have enough turnover money to kind of absorb it in anyway. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's possible that this group kind of did think about, well, if we do go over a little bit, we could take it out of this money. So with that being said, the only thing that's real pressing, I'm telling you, is the street. If you want to put, even if you don't want to put the full amount, but you want to put 500,000, 700,000, we really need to go ahead and get this spec'd out and bid so that we can try to get on the list, because we're getting kind of close to the wire about trying to get into this year's batch of repairs. So that's why
I kind of feel like we should go on and do the streets. I mean, everybody seemed to be in agreement. We just weren't sure about the money, whether or not we could spend it yet on that. So I kind of feel like that's the right direction to start anyway with the first batch.
And just for a second caveat to that, I did talk to the county judge, and they are putting 1 point. Of course, they got 7 million, where we're getting 2, but they are going to spend 1.5 million on county roads. And they not only got the okay from the Association of Counties, but they also hired, since they did have a lot more money than we did, they hired a company to come in and just kind of verify everything that they were spending their money on, and they gave an all clear on it. So that's what they're spending some of their money on. So I just wanted you to know that. So
Mayor,
go ahead,
how much,
David. Sorry.
What was the total on the phase 2 of the streets? 900, a little over 900,000?
993, 223.47. It's right at $1 million. But like I say, if you choose you want to do less, we can just pull some of the streets. We can go back, kind of verify which streets we think were of the best condition and back off of what we had planned on.
I can't think of any of the streets that you listed that don't need it.
Well, that's true. They all need it. But this will, the first round was 16 miles. This will give us another 17 miles. And just for just to let you know, we have a little over 80 miles of length of streets in our city.
So that would leave us 100,000.
Yes.
In available funds.
Yes, and available, but we do know that you've already approved 100,000 to give out to the fire department. Keep that in mind. But by the time this bill came in to pay for the streets, we should have that second 1.1 million in too.
So if we needed to use that money for help on the police department, we'll have it in time.
Yes, they told me that it would be the end of May or 1st of June when it would hit our account. That's what the municipal league said.
Okay, do you need a motion?
I make a motion. We go on and approve was it phase 2?
Phase 2, yes.
Second.
And then
you're gonna use the balance on the street, but you don't.
Yes, but keep in mind we're going to get this same amount of money again, like I said, at least by the end of next month.
Okay.
That's what I'm being told. Now, of course, you never know until it's looking at you, but that's what everybody's expecting.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I have a motion to do phase 2. Larry, you seconded, is that
I
correct?
do second it.
Any more discussion? Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Fraction,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Reynolds. He's not on. Lucinger,
Yes.
Keenan,
Yes.
Styles,
Yes.
Cross.
Yes.
And that is a majority, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Yes.
So without Wayne, we're still okay. Okay, all right, since this is our only subject that was called for this meeting, that's really all we can talk about. But are there any citizens on the line that wish to talk about, anything along this line? I guess we don't have anybody, so do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you very much. We'll see you
Thanks,
next
guys.
time.
All right.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.